Hello guys, NautoAisDx once again, and this is gonna be a, let's just say, helpful video. And what I mean by that is I want to give some tips. Kind of feel like I want to help people around to ease up their frustration about the Amiibo. Yes, and if you're a Nintendo fan, you know what's been happening this week. And yes, I am downloading Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze because I'm finally able, after 3 days, able to get my Platinum Elite price. So I'm downloading it, and it's 11 gig. Yes, it's 1 hour, so but whatever. I'm not sleepy. It's night in here, like always. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, right there. Here's my confirmation page with the code thing, so I had to block it for safety reason. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna get the gist of it, what's going on, and the more detailed one, that's gonna be planned on my vlog on Nintendo, because now not only I'm gonna talk about mobile and going mobile in Project NX, I'll also talk about Amiibo, my thoughts about Nintendo Direct, and anything related. But like I said, especially Amiibo and the situation was going on, gonna try help people, trying to understand what the situation is. And no, I am not defending Nintendo just because I'm a Nintendo fan. I mean, I'm with you guys, fans. I agree that this Amiibo situation is getting out of hand. But I'm also trying to help you guys, that there is also more than meets the eye what's going on. So this one's gonna be, like I said, a helpful video, trying to help people ease up the frustration, because oh boy, I mean, I went to the internet reading a lot of articles, and yep, like for the first time in history, ever since I went to Twitter, I seen, but for the first time they actually, like, when they let's just say what happened was that Nintendo made a question, Happy Easter, so what amiibo you want to get for Easter, or etc. And that backfired because there was some, let's just say, inappropriate response. But of course, they're frustrated. What do you want them to do? And if you want to know about it, just Google it. Kotaku has an article, Destructoid, etc., etc. It is frustrating because, like I said, I went to GameStop, pre-ordered in person, and I mean, it wasn't really not that bad in my opinion, but unfortunately, I didn't get all of them I want for Wave 6, and that's minus the exclusive, and that's what the bombshell problem was. There was also the exclusive that kind of killed it, and I'll give a gist of it. The Nintendo Direct was good, but when you want to say about Wave 4, and they even showed Wave 5 and 6, but in Wave 4 they said, oh, guess what, we have a retail exclusive. That was a pipe bomb. There's like, oh, didn't you learn from Wave 3 that it was bad? And it's so bad that, like I said, I couldn't really get all of them. I wanted to get it, couldn't. So, again, Nintendo, don't do that. I know it's a business, and I'll explain that in the long run. Alright, so, first of all, what is the problem? I mean, should Nintendo really, and you think, well, should Nintendo really learn their lesson already by now and just make more? Well, it is more than meets the eye. And the first thing is, I was looking at my Megamix Amiibo, sorry if it's dark, but I also read in the bottom, I was noticing, the thing also, one thing said here, made in China. Yes. So, of course, most toys are made in China. And the gist of it, why, and I hate to basically try to go political here, I do apologize, but just a little bit. When you're doing manufacture, sadly to say, China is the best place to, quote unquote, outsource your manufacture production. So that's whether toys, electronic, maybe even books, you name it. Because why China? Well, again, the gist of it, I do apologize if I go political a little bit. Sorry. is, if you know Foxconn, you know their history, manufacture a lot for a cheap price. So again, they probably have a warehouse there. They're doing the same thing, and you know you're paying them cheap, but you're expecting to do quality work. Which, I mean, if you pull that stunt here in America, again, sorry, political, I know that's not gonna fly. So I mean, you got to think about that a bit, and I will explain that more on my V blog about it, formal V blog. Like I said, my notes, but like I said, it's just something that I just had to feel like I need to help some people here because checking out, like I said, Twitter, Facebook, heck, the internet. Most people are getting ballistic about this, and here's okay now. So this is gonna be on the part of me trying to offer some tips. You don't have to follow them. I'm just like an olive branch. So we're gonna go shift some scene here. Change to let's focus to this Megamix. Sorry, the scenery's a bit dark. It's like nighttime in here. First of all, so with that, here's some of my advice. It's up to you, you wanna do it or not. But here's my advice. One, anybody who's frustrated and saying, I wanna hurt you, I'm gonna hurt Nintendo, blah blah blah. Okay, first of all, really, people who want to buy this are probably my age to some extent who grew up with Nintendo. I mean, heck, when I was in GameStop, there were a bunch of their mid 30s, 20s, late 20s, mid 30s. So, and I'm in my mid 30s. I do love Nintendo because I grew up with it. It's your childhood, in typical thing. But even so, with that, in the end of the day, you gotta understand this is only a $13 piece of plastic with a chip inside. Yeah, they look cool, the sculpture's good, the design is good, but in the end of the day, they're just toys. They're not insurance, they're not food, they're not clothing, they're just toys, and they're not a necessity, they're a luxury. Yes, we know the principle sucks, that you get screwed because you're following the rule and you get screwed. I get that. I do too. I didn't get all of it. I wanted to get Lucina and Robin. I couldn't. But you can't be salty about it. You just have to relax about it. You know, okay. Now you think, well, what? Why relax? That's going to be the second part. Part two. Part one is, gotta chill out. It's just toy. It's not that important. You can live without it. And if you don't, I'm sorry to say, you might want to rethink your beliefs. Okay. With that, part two, there might be patient. That's what I'm trying to say. Be patient. There will be another opportunity, and if they don't, that's gonna be part three. But for now, part two. Be patient about this thing. Don't already throw in the towel. Oh, that's it. I can't get him. No, be patient. There may be an opportunity. If you time it right, go to Amiibo website. There's a thing called R Amiibo. It's a Reddit. Go there. Another one is Go Nintendo. That's what I use. There will be news about Amiibo. If you miss it, again, oh well. But again, be patient.